I launched my first video just 90 days ago on YouTube. Now, 682 subscribers and 47 videos later, I've been able to generate over $30,000 worth of revenue from just my YouTube leads alone. And I don't say this to brag. I say this because I think it's super important that small YouTubers understand that they can be generating lots of revenue from a small channel, and you can do it fast. You do not need 1 million subscribers. You do not need to be famous, recognized on the streets. You don't even need to be monetized on YouTube. Literally, I do not qualify for the YouTube Partner Program. I have no Patreon. I have no merch to sell. However, what I do have is a high ticket offer that I can sell. And that is actually the key, because the goal of my YouTube channel is not to actually get 1 billion subscribers or views. In fact, I don't care about being social media famous at all. I just want to book a lot of sales calls with my ideal customers and close deals for my consulting offer. And the thing is, if you do have a high ticket offer, whether this be in coaching or consulting or some sort of agency offer that you're selling, and the math really does work in your favor, because let's pretend your offer is $5,000. Well, if you're just trying to hit 10K per month of revenue, you pretty much just need to close 2 deals. How many sales calls do you even need to close 2 deals? Maybe 10 sales calls if you're doing 20% close rate. It really isn't that high. YouTube can certainly generate that amount of calls for you even at the early stage. Obviously, this doesn't apply to every single YouTuber. If you're doing reaction videos or if you're doing vlogging, you're probably not running a business that is capable of creating some sort of high ticket offer, right? But for me, because I exist within the business niche, I'm able to actually sell people an offer which could lead to enough transformation they're willing to pay a lot of money for. You don't need to just be in the business niche though. Frankly, health, wealth, relationships, there's people in all those different segments that are constantly doing how-to videos or tutorials, and those are the people that really can monetize more so by selling a high ticket offer rather than just relying on AdSense or Patreon. And here's a really cool thing, right? Because YouTube allows you to build so much know, like, and trust factor with your customers, by the time that they jump on a call with you, they've probably already seen 4, 5, 6 hours worth of your content, and that's why it's so much easier for you to close these people. If you've actually built a business before where the primary method of monetization was jumping on sales calls and convincing people to buy, you can understand how hard sometimes it is to get someone who does not know you at all or has never consumed any of your content to trust you enough that they're willing to give you their hard-earned money. YouTube, for me, is the craziest thing that I've ever experienced, because I've never met leads that have been easier to close compared to YouTube. So once again, if you are selling a higher ticket offer, whether you're doing coaching, consulting, or some sort of agency offer, you have to be on YouTube. Now, the question really is, how do you actually build out a YouTube system that can allow you to scale to this level of monetization even when you're super small and early in your process? Well, I want to give you a couple pointers that have worked for me. The first pointer is that you need to be answering specific questions for your specific audience. So, who are you actually selling to? For me, I'm selling to business owners, people that are running software businesses or agencies or other consulting firms. And obviously, these types of people, they have lots of problems and questions in their mind that they need to be able to overcome for them to scale. And as long as I can identify what those very specific problems are and create videos that answer those questions and solve those issues, then they're gonna be able to trust me and ultimately wanna build that relationship with me. So for you, really think about who your audience is, map out the biggest issues that they're struggling with, and then create videos that specifically help them out and over-deliver constantly. Give out almost everything for free because you really wanna just be able to create massive value in their eyes. Once again, you don't need to be in the business niche for this, right? There's guitar instructors on YouTube that are doing the same thing for that space. There's dating instructors on YouTube that are doing the same thing for their space. There's even things as niche as how you can be a better fly fisherman out there that probably can direct into a somewhat high ticket course. You just need to understand your offer, your audience, and from there, your content calendar should flow. Now, the second thing that you need to do is don't be afraid to sell. You should always have a call to action in your YouTube videos so that you can lead people to booking a call. Because after all, it's booking a call or driving people further into the sales funnel that allows you to ultimately monetize. You do not earn any money from just getting views or subscribers. So what I do is at the end of every video, I'm telling people, hey, here is how I can help, And if you think that I can be of service, then just jump on a call where we can give you a little bit more insight into how we can serve. The call booking link is in the description below. And you know what? There's gonna be a good subsection of my community that is simply not ready or willing to jump on a call. And that's fine, because what we can do is give them additional free content such as masterclasses or ebooks or downloadable freebies, where instead they can just opt into that. They can give me their email, and then I can nurture them that way. And hopefully down the line, they can book a call. And the final method is I'll just tell them, DM me on social media, find me on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and we can become friends there. And oftentimes those DM conversations will eventually even turn into them saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we should jump on a call. And here's a couple examples of this exactly. People will add me on LinkedIn, and then I'll even just reach out to them and say, hey, how did you find me? And oftentimes they will pretty much say, yep, saw a YouTube video talking about whatever, business growth. And then you can actually see that from this conversation, it's pretty easy to ultimately book them into a meeting, right? So I just send him a meeting invite right here, and then we're able to book that call. I do have 2 more suggestions on how you can really monetize your small channel so that you can drive more calls into your high ticket offer. But before I do that, please like and subscribe this video, hit that notification bell. It would mean a lot to me since this is a pretty new channel, and comment below if you've actually already started your YouTube channel or if you're thinking about it. Now, the next step that I'm gonna give to you so that you can scale quickly and monetize is that you need to be super consistent with how many YouTube videos that you create and how often you post. I actually share literally 3 to 4 videos every single week, and I've been doing so since I started 90 days ago. So right now, that's why I have almost 50 videos. Not a single week has gone by where I haven't posted yet, and there's actually a lot of reasons why I like to be this consistent. First off, it tricks my mind into thinking that I am a content creator, because prior to this, I had a lot of resistance that made me not want to post. I was afraid of being on camera, I was afraid of how people would judge me, and I would come up with literally every excuse under the sun to just not hit record. But the more that I do it and the more that it becomes a habit, the more that I know I will be consistent. That being said, the tactical reasons why posting a lot is helpful is threefold. First, the more videos that you create, the better that you actually get at the skill of video creation. Your vocal tonality becomes better, your editing becomes better, your scripting becomes better. The repetition just allows you to create better quality content. Now, the next thing is that the more videos you have, the more at-bats or opportunities you have to get in front of your audience and resonate. The reality is, if you only have a handful of videos, the odds of any of them being able to hit hard is not that high. But if you have 50 videos, you're much more likely to have at least 1 or 2 of them go mini viral, right? So volume just gives you more opportunities to hit. And the last thing is, the more videos that you create, the more you can learn about what your audience cares about. For me, I had 15 or so videos before I was able to have a single video that really resonated with my audience. And I was super glad that I had those 15 videos come out in literally just 1 month, because by the second month, since I now finally figured out what my audience liked, I was able to reposition my channel and change the topics that I was posting about so that I could continue to please my audience, right? But I would have never been able to figure out what my audience cared about if I didn't have lots and lots of opportunities in the early days by just sharing lots of content. So consistency and volume is key. Now, the final tip that I have for you is actually be patient. And it seems a little bit counterintuitive because for me, I was able to monetize so quickly, but the reality is I entered my YouTube journey knowing and assuming that, you know what, this might take 6 to 12 months before I achieve anything, before I have 1,000 subscribers, or before I am able to generate even a single closed customer. Now, I got pretty lucky that the results came fast, right? But I was mentally prepared for it to take much longer. And it's key that you go into this with a lot of patience, because when you're 4 weeks in or 6 weeks in or 3 months in and you've still generated like no money and your sub count is super low, you're gonna be super discouraged and you're gonna tell yourself, you know what, I don't wanna do this anymore. But know that it's gonna feel pointless and work through it and just don't give up, because a lot of the biggest YouTubers on the planet had been posting for years before they were able to get any meaningful traction. Even Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber on the planet, it took him years before he was able to see any sort of real monetization. So if he can do it, you can too. And just understand that YouTube compounds over time, compared to doing, say, cold outreach, where you can get results pretty fast, but as soon as you stop, it just doesn't provide you any value, right? YouTube, it takes a little bit longer for you to get into the swing of things before it starts to monetize. But once it does, it grows faster, it grows exponential. And even if you just stop posting YouTube videos, the fact is, if you already have a large enough base with enough evergreen content, it's gonna continue generating you more and more leads and customers over time. That was my argument on why you should be getting into YouTube. And for me, I'm so excited about the fact that my YouTube channel has grown super fast. I anticipate it's going to be the best marketing channel that we have internally here at Attract and Scale. And I'm 100% going all in on this channel because I think it's the future. So if you're looking to actually build out your high ticket offer, whether it be in coaching, consulting, agency, or even you're trying to sell a course, and you want to figure out how to monetize it and scale it fast using outreach or content or even YouTube, then just book a call with me below. I kind of told you that there was going to be a call to action here, right? And if you're not necessarily ready for that, that's cool too. I have obviously here more recommended videos that might be able to help you out, and you can just DM me on LinkedIn or Instagram if you want to have a quick conversation, and I can maybe give you some pointers there. So with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Cheers.